live from LA, where the Mad Scientist Party are. Not really live. I fucked that up.
Hi there, friends! Welcome back to another episode of Mad Scientist Party Hour. My name is Kevin Kraft, joined once again by a man who has vowed to never wear pants or underwear ever again, and also to never stop jacking his boner off. That's Geoff Clark.
Hey!
And beaming to us from under the sea, the bearded booger-eating crustacean known as Shuddy Boy.
Yo, rap, rap.
Yeah.
I like that
Jam-packed show of silly nonsense and poop. And I
But
guess...
no movie talk. No movie talk.
Oh, there will be movie talk. We have vowed to commenters that we will never stop sucking dicks. God damn it. We've been sucking dicks on this podcast for a very, very long time.
You're not taking those dicks out of our mouths, angry Reddit users.
So I guess we're just going to have to lead with where we left off from the Easter egg, which you'll hear at the end of the show if you're listening to the audio podcast. Geoff has suffered a traumatic medical injury.
Yeah.
It looks like
I sliced open my thumb while cutting a Trader Joe's everything bagel.
Trader Joe's bagels don't come pre-sliced?
No, that's what the guy at the pharmacy asked me. He's like, oh, you must be getting that fresh shit then. And I didn't really want to correct him and say, no, I'm not actually. They just don't fucking slice their bagels.
So, what kind of Mickey Mouse operation are they running?
Dude, some of their shit is hit or miss. I think the everything bagels are delicious. They taste better than Thomas's bagels, but Thomas's come pre-cut, and these you got to do it yourself. And
if you would have had a Thomas's bagel, there might not be a possibility that you need to go to the hospital.
That's true, but they're $2 more expensive, and I'd prefer
Is it currently? How long ago did this happen?
Like 6 hours ago.
Is it still bleeding?
I don't know. I wrapped it pretty good, and there isn't blood on the bandage seeping through. The first bandage I had was pretty bloody.
It looks like the one you just held up on Zoom. It looks like you just wrapped your finger up in Scotch tape.
That's pretty much what happened.
Yeah, how much feeling have you lost in the tip of your thumb because of how tight you have it bandaged?
None. I'm all right.
So
I think I'm going to bounce back.
You can feel the wound okay? And you said in the Easter egg, this is what I want to get into more, that if you had to go for stitches, you were just going to cut your thumb off. Multiple questions I have because of this. One, why would you go to such extreme levels? Are you afraid of needles or stitches?
I mean, we've talked about this for years. We're both afraid of needles. I'm less afraid of needles than you are, but still not a fan.
Have you ever gotten stitches in your life?
Yeah.
You've had stitches? How many?
I don't know. To be honest, it was, I think the only time that I got stitches were after my an operation for my cleft lip when I was like super young.
Yeah. But never like an injury that you had to go run off and get stitched?
No. I shattered my ankle and I got reconstructive surgery, but they gave me staples for that.
How about you, Kevin?
Well, yeah, I mean the most recent 5 stitches down my whole fucking thumb.
The thumb
which is still mangled. And then it's a lot of thumb injuries. No, can't fully bend it yet. I think it's permanently fucked. And then my other thumb, from when I was real little, I think I told you guys this story. There was a kid at summer camp that was going to beat me up. So I found a stick, and I took my Boy Scout pocket knife and started whittling the stick to a point.
Making a spear?
Yeah. So I
Good.
intended to stab this kid. And
I've never heard this story in my life.
Instead of using my Boy Scout's pocket knife, I was like, I'm going to take this and make something else sharp and stab him with that. I guess maybe I thought I'd get in less trouble if I stabbed him with a stick than with a knife. But I got it like whittled down to a point, and then there was like, the little bumps from where other branches were on the stick. I tried to like sever that, and the blade jumped when I was pushing and went straight into my thumb knuckle. And yeah, I had to go straight to urgent care and there was only 2 stitches, but it was, I was a little kid, and I remember it was right after the Zelda came out on Super Nintendo, because the doctor was like, this is going to hurt really bad. I have to shoot Novocaine, or not Novocaine, but like numbing shit directly into the knife wound. So it was like 3 on each side of the open wound and then 1 straight down. So 7 shots into the wound altogether. And he's like, it's going to hurt, so think about stuff that you like. And I was just listing off items that I hadn't unlocked yet in Zelda, Link to the Past.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, oh, well, I really like playing Zelda. And he would have been like, well, you're not going to be able to do that for a while because of this injury.
Yeah.
That would have been hilarious.
Let's see. I just Googled it, and it came out in 1992. So, yeah, I was either 9 or 10. Most likely 9. So
you only had stitches twice?
Well, and then when I had surgery on my wrist, they stitched that up. And then, wisdom teeth getting taken out, they stitch up the fucking fuckable socket holes.
All right, surgery. Let's not count surgeries.
All right, then, yeah, I've had 7 stitches in my whole life, I think.
7 total stitches, not 7 different places stitched.
No, 7 total stitches. And Geoff,
I felt like there was like a minimum on stitches. Like, you don't need stitches unless it's like 20 plus.
Well, I did one time. I was trying to peel an avocado, but I did it with like a really fucking ultra sharp serrated like steak knife thing. And I cut directly into this finger, and it went across. So it was like sliced down, and right when it happened, it was like a movie. Like, it sprayed blood all over my kitchen counters. It just went, and I dropped everything. Started spazzing out. But I wrapped it up real tight. I probably should have gotten stitches, but I made it without them.
I have had more places stitched in just this region of my body, from the top of my head to my chin, than both of you have had combined.
Not counting surgery, of course.
Not counting surgeries.
How are these from like hardcore show mosh pits?
So the scar on my forehead was from jumping on the bed when I was little, and I dove for the pillow right here.
It's kind of hard to see. Yeah, that almost just looks like a natural just forehead wrinkle.
From
forehead wrinkle?
And I dove for the pillow and bounced my head off the headboard. Then I bit through my lip down here, being stupid at a bowling alley. I had to get my chin stitched up from being too competitive at Duck Duck Goose and diving for a spot and landing on a coffee table.
Man, you really hate losing, huh?
I had stitches here from when I was drunk and got bit by the dog. Not one of my dogs. At a party, I got bit by a dog.
What kind of dog?
A German Shepherd mix.
Yeah, I don't want to get bit by that.
And then I cracked my head open in 10th grade geometry class on the chalkboard on the back of my head.
Jesus How did that happen?
So in the way the classroom was set up, there was a chalkboard up front, and then there was one along the side. That's probably pretty similar to how your schools were set up, unless you guys went to newer schools. And my desk was right up against the chalkboard on the side of the room, and I was standing up facing with my back towards it, talking to some friends in class, and the bell rang, and I kept talking, and the teacher yelled at me to sit down and shut up. And I had thought I pulled my chair out, so I sat down, but there was no chair there. So the only thing that caught me was the ledge of the chalk ledge.
Wow.
And it hit, and I was sitting on the floor fucking embarrassed, rubbing the back of my head because it like, it fucking hurt, but I didn't realize I was bleeding. Everybody was laughing at me, and then I pulled my hand away from the back of my head, and it was just dripping blood.
Oh.
Everybody shut up. The teacher panicked, sent me to the nurse. The nurse called my mom, told her that it was okay. I just had to go get stitches. But when my mom came, the nurse had wrapped my head, so all you could see were my eyes.
It's like she was setting you up to like go into court for a lawsuit over it. Just turn you into a mummy.
I looked like a mummy. My mom's in a fucking panic, and it was like 8 stitches. But
damn,
that's a good point, Kevin. We've covered dumber lawsuits than the one you probably could have made there.
Yeah, I mean, it was totally your fault, but you probably could have sued somebody.
I mean, it sounds like it's the chair's fault. What was it doing not there?
Yeah.
And who owns the chair? The fucking school district. That's who.
All right. Got Geoff Cochran.
All of them came from
the system on trial.
Came from me doing something stupid.
That's shocking, considering how well you did at Trivial Pursuit that one time.
Yeah. So, Geoff, 6 hours ago, you sliced your thumb open trying to split a bagel, an everything bagel from Trader Joe's. How much blood got out? Like, did you make a mess in the kitchen? Was it like a murder scene?
I could have been, but I quickly got a napkin and just like wrapped my hand with a napkin, and then I scotch taped over it, and then I eventually, when the pharmacy opened, I walked across the street to the pharmacy, got Neosporin, which I still haven't applied, by the way, and some like nasal / cut bleeding stoppers. So I put that over.
Why is it nasal?
Here, hold on.
Why is it nasal?
Right. For
nosebleeds.
Like,
shove it up your nose.
Oh, I didn't even know they made those. I got mad nosebleeds when I was a kid. I would have loved that.
It's called this nasal seize. Works for cuts too. So I got that, and I just put it on my cut, wrapped a new Band-Aid around it, and then reinforced the Band-Aid and the nasal seize with some Scotch tape, good old Scotch tape.
I love that the medical system is so fucking foreign to Geoff that he cuts his thumb open, waits for a pharmacy to open, and runs in. He's like, which aisle do you guys have tampons and Scotch tape? I got a real gusher here.
Hey.
I heard tampons stop bleeding.
I did literally ask someone. He's like, well, how bad's it bleeding? And I didn't want to show him because I didn't want him to be like, we should probably go to the hospital. I was like, hey, I'm here.
I do like, though, he asked you why you didn't get he did comment on you not having a pre-cut bagel. That is my best. That's my favorite part of the story.
He's like, wait, I thought they come pre-cut. I was like, oh, yeah, not the Trader Joe ones.
Look at Mr. Moneybags over here not getting pre-cut bagels.
Dude, they're fucking cheaper, actually. That's why I just prefer them uncut.
So are you the
uncircumcised, my everything bagels?
Are you the type of person where when you get an injury, you kind of don't want to look at it? It's like you feel it happen. You know you slice your thumb open, so you're just like, ow! And then just immediately cover it up and don't look? Or did you inspect the damage first?
No, I inspected the damage. It was bleeding pretty good, and I just didn't want to make a mess that I had to clean up and then clean up my finger. You know what I mean? It would have been like 2 issues when it was like, I saw it, I'm bleeding, I dripped on the counter. All right, let me wipe that down. Let me wrap this fucking thing up, and hopefully I don't get gangrene. I'll just bounce back and be all right.
And the entire House Clark doesn't have any sort of Band-Aids and Neosporin?
I took the last Band-Aid, which I pretty much bled through. And then, no, we don't have Neosporin. No.
1 Band-Aid amongst 3 humans.
I don't know what happened to the rest of them, but they were all gone. And it was we've had it for a while. It was the same Band-Aid package that I bought with my brother when we first moved out here. It seriously has to be 10 years old. So I guess that's not a bad thing though. It's not we just don't, need Band-Aids a lot, I guess. But shitty start to my morning. It's fucked up my typing, my writing a little bit, but
what about your jacking?
I'm going to be all right. I'm going to pull through.
You can still jack your weenus?
I don't know. I'll text you later tonight.
I can jack, but I can no longer thumb my own ass.
Yeah. I can't butt plug myself.
Little mama. Come here. High five my asshole.
Oh, little mama would stick her little paw in my butt. I'm saying if she knew what she was doing, she would be a buddy and paw my ass.
Yeah. That's what good dogs do. They help you out.
Man's best friend. This man, for that matter.
If your bungus needs a helping hand, they're there.
Yeah. I always take her for a walk, so the least she can do is stick her paw in my ass if I were to need it, but I don't get down like that. However, I do jerk it with my left hand, even though I'm a righty, so might just be using 4 fingers tonight if I do it at all. Maybe I just smoke so much pot that I pass out. I do have to clean the blood off my thumb, though, eventually. That's probably what I'm going to work on after. Oh, I guess what I'm asking is are there specific ass doctors? Proctologists, right?
Oh, look at the fucking big brain on Geoff.
Did I get that one right?
Yep.
You did.
Nice.
Fecal matter.
Feeling good.
Nice. Well, hopefully
I don't want to get into movie talk too early. I do want to say this though, or I do want to ask you guys this. Are either one of you current on Succession? Not a movie. So not going to fire people up there.
I'm close. Carl and I made it past that first big moment in season 4. Leave it vague. Don't want to spoil anything for anybody. But
which season are we in?
4.
What's the final? The final one's 4. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm on the final season. We're about halfway through it. So we've watched 4 episodes of season 4. And I think there's currently 8. But yeah,
the best way for me to know what you're talking about and not spoil it. The airplane episode have you seen that one?
Yes, and the one after it.
Okay. The airplane episode, me and Ginger were talking about this, is one of the best episodes of TV perhaps ever. It was fucking amazing.
Yeah, that was pretty fucking wild.
Yeah. Man, I know I've kind of suggested this over the years, but if you're listening, just do yourself a favor and check out Succession. It's fucking, they're ending on a very strong note.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I still have 4 episodes to get current to where we are now, but man, it's wild how they keep that show endlessly, right on the cusp of falling off of a cliff for every single episode. Like these fuckers are always just teetering into just apocalyptic doom.
Pretty sweet.
Yeah.
The final episode's supposed to be like 90 minutes. Supposed to be pretty much a movie.
Oh, fuck yeah. I'm into that.
Yeah, dude. It's going to be fucking sick. Shuddy, are you still not...
I'm wondering if this is going to be like Game of Thrones for you. Like, how can they land a plane like this? Like, what would be a satisfying ending where people are like, yep, that's what I wanted to happen?
God, I have a prediction, and it's very Game of Thronesy, but I would feel better about it. I just don't want to. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if like I can spoil it or if I can say it without it being too spoilery. Can I try or no? No.
Yeah, we don't want to tap dance on those landmines because then we get a whole bunch of other people butthurt at us.
So do you follow like billings? Is that something you pay attention to? Like Bill pointed this out.
Billings?
Like the credits.
Oh, to an extent, yeah.
Have you noticed who the top billing is in Succession?
Are we talking about the end credits or the beginning credits? Because the beginning credits are in alphabetical order.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Why? What? Who were you saying? Who were you shocked was getting top billing? No, let's do it. Why? Who did you think was getting top billing?
No, I'm not going to do it because my theory now has been rendered useless and insignificant.
Come on, say it.
I'm not saying shit.
Cousin Greg. You're
pissing me off. Kevin, now you're pissing me off.
That's exactly what he was going for, is that Cousin Greg gets top billing.
Yes, it was. I didn't realize it was an alphabetical order, though.
Well, I just got reminded recently of a cinematic masterpiece. Not a movie. Don't fucking shit your diapers. Not a movie, but I looked at my Twitter notifications the other day, and you know how now when somebody follows you, it used to just be like, at blah, 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 followed you. Now it shows like a little snippet of their bio.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You're banned from Twitter. But they now show you like a little bio preview when somebody follows you. And I was like, these words seem so familiar. Oh, my God, I know where that's from. And it's fucking old. I'm not like, hey, guys, look at this new gem I discovered. But do you remember that clip of the fucking guy getting arrested? It's like from the 90s, and this guy just pontificates while cops are trying to shove him into a car.
Nope. No.
So he's like an Australian guy, and he kind of looks like a head injury Logan Roy. Like he's got like a little bit of a Brian Cox vibe to him, and he's getting arrested, but he kind of, for some reason, doesn't think he is. He thinks he's like being escorted out by the police so he can speak to the people amassed outside. This isn't ringing a bell?
Nope.
Oh, man, I gotta...
Can you share your screen?
Well, if I share my screen, it gets like all choppy. So I'm wondering if I can just play it off the iPad and
can you send
hold it up
the link to Shuddy and he can play it off of his screen since he's got the good internet?
Well, I think Zoom video just plays all fucking shitty.
God damn it.
How do I fucking... All right, here. This should... Here we go. All right, I'm pretty sure I can hold this up and you guys can just watch it and hear it.
Just a moment, you just assured me that I could speak.
Sit down inside the car. We're not assuring anything. We're under arrest.
Look, I'm under what?
I've never seen this before in my life.
Yeah, I've never seen this.
Here, hold on. You got this guy. The rant this guy goes off on is like, you know how like all the writers are striking for like protection against AI and like AI can never substitute what a human can write. This is like almost making the case like you could put 1,000 writers in a room for 1,000 years and never come up with something this funny that this fucking guy just rattles off at the top of his head. It is just masterful.
It better be.
Gentlemen, this is Democracy Manifest. Have a look at the headlock here. See that chap over there? Get your hand off my penis! This is the bloke who got me on the penis before. Get some cups. Why did you do this to me? Hop in the car. Get some cups. For what reason? What is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal?
The succulent Chinese meal?
Oh, yes. I see that you know your judo well. And you, sir, are you waiting to receive my limp penis? How dare get your hands off me. Ta-ta and farewell.
This audio is actually pretty good. It's like they had him mic'd up.
The fucking greatest thing in the world. Are you waiting to receive my limp penis?
There, you getting some gas?
Get your hands off me. Love that guy. Yeah, so you guys have never
somebody who
seen that before?
follows you quotes that in their Twitter bio?
Yeah,
Is
it was
that where we were?
Yeah, it was something along the lines of like, what is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal? And I was like, why does that seem so familiar? Oh, that fucking guy that got arrested.
Yeah, that never in my life.
Man, so good. And then I did I tried to do a deep dive. I'm like, who is this guy? Was he like a politician? Like, what did he actually do? And I saw all this conflicting shit. I saw something about how this guy was like a notorious dine and dasher. So they finally tracked him down and caught him in the act. And then I saw something along the lines of he was like an international fraudster. And then saw something that said he did an interview. Like, people finally were like, we have to know what is happening here. And somebody tracked him down, the real guy. And he was like, yeah, it was a case of mistaken identity. I was just eating a meal, got arrested, and that's just what flew out of my head. I was like, man.
Did he spend like significant time in jail? Or was it a situation that was cleaned up?
I think he
relatively quickly.
I think the situation got cleaned up, but like some of the stuff, like I'm guessing now it was the fake leads, but it was to the point where supposedly this guy had been arrested so many times and escaped custody that he knew that they got him, so he was basically pontificating publicly and acting as weird as possible so he could claim insanity, and when they lock him up, go to a lesser security containment, whether it's like a prison or a mental institute, so he could escape easier again.
The Ed Norton in Primal Fear. You ever seen that movie?
No.
Oh, Kevin
I haven't seen it either.
Shuddy and Kevin, put that on your watch list on a Letterboxd. Primal Fears with Richard Gere and Ed Norton. I know you're a big Fight Club guy, so
love Fight Club.
It's not better than Fight Club, or you won't think it is, but it's. I'll say it's the second best Ed Norton movie.
Oh,
it fucking rules, dude. It's fucking good, dude. You got to check it out.
All right, let me see if the old D has.
Laura Linney's in it too.
Primal Fear is not currently streaming anywhere, but for I don't know. This seems like it doesn't happen very often. A Geoff movie has a really good rating on Letterboxd at a 3.8.
That's shocking.
It's a banger, dude. You guys should check it out.
All right. That is
something I was thinking about a bracket. And you just gave me an idea for another bracket we could do. But I thought about this like an hour before we connected, so I didn't have time to like put it together. I was still working. But for next week, how do you guys feel about and I don't know where the inspiration comes from this, but a non-guns weapons bracket?
I do like that.
So you got like ninja stars, samurai sword, nunchucks, and we just discuss what's the best fucking weapon.
Because we're all so knowledgeable, and I think it's the greatest idea you've had, probably.
I mean,
I think
you can rambling on about stuff we know basically from Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, all the Ninja Turtle weapons have to be included.
Of course they do. But
what
there's
about
some, like, I'll do some research on them, and I'll email you guys pictures or something. I'll try to help out with that.
I feel like the
Plus,
hardest one to use, because when you get deep into the martial arts shit, there's all sorts of crazy weapons. And the one that I always thought, like, yeah, if I tried to attack somebody with that, I'm hurting myself and nobody else, is that triple nunchuck. Have you ever seen that?
Oh, the one that's like, it's 3 bars and it's got like,
yeah, like a little bit of chain.
Small chain.
Yep.
So it's yep. I know exactly what you're talking about. I believe Snake Eyes from G.I. Joe had one.
Okay. But yeah, that thing, I would somehow like seriously hurt myself while trying to attack another person. But worth in the discussion. Might have a place in the bracket.
We'll see, but that'll be forthcoming. We'll do that next week. The weapons bracket.
I did want to throw out a little bit of sad news. I'm sure you guys recall the story, and Geoff, believe you were there when I did stand-up at the Improv in Ontario, and I was pantomiming a kick, and my Converse slip-on shoes flew off my foot and sailed through the air and hit a man in the head in the front row. Unfortunately...
You have a sad follow-up to that?
Yeah, his wife reached out to me. Unfortunately, he passed away from cancer.
You killed the man?
Oh, shut up, Shuddy boy. He got diagnosed about 2 weeks after the show, and then just passed away, this past week, I believe. So,
that's fucking terrible.
Yeah.
And why? So was he part of Ellis fam? Is that why his wife reached out to you, or did your shoe hitting him in the face make such an impression that she felt she had to tell you?
Well, honestly, she was like, we're putting together, a tribute video to celebrate his life. And, that moment of him getting hit in the head with your shoe was like such a funny inside joke. And, we talked about it all the time, and it was constantly referenced. And she was like, I would love to put that clip in his tribute video. And I was like, man, this really sucks. I'd love to give it to you, but I didn't even get given that video, and I'm pretty sure the guy who filmed it was directed not to give that video to me. So most people, when they're filming all that stuff, multiple camera angles, high-quality video, it takes up a lot of space on their drive. So if someone's told, hey, that video isn't going anywhere, odds are dude just deleted it. So I don't think that video even exists anymore. Now,
that's a bummer.
Yeah, it was a bummer to have to tell her that too. Like, obviously I wanted that video really bad for myself because it was a really good set. It was one of the best I've ever done. And then that fucking crazy ass moment, any comic would, kill for a clip like that to have to just put in their social media or put in a reel or something. But yeah, I was kind of told to go fuck myself when I went on the video of it. But yeah, I just felt, I felt horrible for her. Stuff happened so fucking quick. To just 2 weeks after enjoying a comedy show with your husband to getting, horrible news like that, and now he's gone. So I just wanted to give a shout out to Bill Ashby. He was such a fucking nice guy to me at the show too. Like, found him afterwards, and I was like, I am so fucking sorry, dude. And he was just like, nah, man, that was funny. Didn't hurt. I'll definitely remember this. So, really nice guy, and I'm so sorry to his wife and family.
I wonder if he got to do any cool bucket list things, on his.
If it happened that quickly, probably not. That show wasn't that long ago, was it?
Not really. Yeah.
But
was that October?
I think it was. I think it might have been.
Actually, that's a lot longer than I thought it was. It doesn't feel like it was that long ago.
Yeah, I know. Time just fucking flies by, but that's just
proof
positive. A lot
longer for that shoe to kill him than I would have expected.
Jesus, Shuddy boy. What do you triumph the
I don't
insult
know
comic
what to do
dog
with
now?
my face. It's hard to not smile because it was kind of good, but I guess the thing I'm most worried about is would Bill laugh at that joke?
I mean, if he saw the humor in me kicking my shoe off and hitting him in the head, I guess the guy's got a pretty good sense of humor.
Yeah, he seemed like he did. That's for sure.
Yeah.
He was well within his rights to whoop your ass, and he didn't.
Oh my God, yeah. Yeah, the second I saw him approaching me, I was like, oh, here it comes, here it comes. Oh, take it like a man.
Just hit me. Fucking hit me.
Yeah. But, just goes to show you that's proof positive right there. It goes fucking quick, so make it count, everybody.
Oh, I thought you stay away from me.
Yeah, oh my God, no. Yeah, when I start doing stand-up again, please come to the shows.
Literally hit that guy with my bad luck.
Well, in lighter news, Geoff, I did think of another idea for a potential Oscar punishment for you.
Right.
So, what if one morning, you get up, you make your coffee, but instead of pouring water into your coffee maker, you piss in the pot and pour that in there and brew yourself some piss coffee. Piss coffee? It's fucking comedy gold right there. Comedy golden shower?
I don't think I can do it. I don't want to get a new coffee maker, and I can never look at that thing again.
Well, we'll dip it out of the Patreon funds. Tax write-off. Use it once, throw it out.
You know what? I'm not going to give you an answer by the end of this podcast. I have to actually think about this one. I do. I have to think about this one.
Do you think piss coffee would be horrible, or would the coffee element overpower it?
Imagine if it's good and I piss in my coffee every day. Every day it's piss coffee.
Oh, I got to get this recipe over to Starbucks.
I'm trying to think, is there a chance all the waste gets boiled out?
Well, I mean, they always say that your own piss is sterile to you.
I don't know that they say that. Do they say that?
Yeah, right, Shuddy?
Oh, okay,
I mean,
Shuddy, yeah.
I just watched we're just at the point in Better Call Saul where he was in the desert drinking his own pee just fine.
Every time I piss, it smells terrible. Are you not current on that show?
I got almost to I'm a couple episodes from the end, but Draven wanted to watch it, so we started it over. So I haven't seen the last 3 or 4 episodes.
Wow.
But everything we're watching currently, I've seen so far.
It's good.
And no, you do really need okay, hold on. Let's see. It says a healthy person who's properly hydrated won't have any issues. It's when you're not properly hydrated and all the bad shit isn't diluted.
I'm very rarely properly hydrated.
Yeah, are you not a big
This
water
makes
drinker?
me nervous. I always have a thermos. What's it called? I guess thermos of water next to me. I'm struggling to figure out the what are these
water
things called?
bottle?
Hydro flask. It's right here. Sorry, hydro flask. I always have a hydro flask next to me, big one, but I unfortunately don't drink as much out of it as I should. Just kind of chill.
Mr. Fancy Pants with a hydro flask.
It's an Outkick one. They sent it to me. It's I think it was a Christmas gift.
I have a hydro flask too. I'm just busting your balls.
Oh. I wish they would get me back on Twitter as a nice little fucking gift.
Have you made any more appeals?
No. Well, where did we leave off?
I think
Because I've
last
been
week
denied 13 times.
I think that's where we were last week. You were on lucky number 13.
Thought I did a couple since we last spoken about it. But
I
maybe
thought it
not.
was
Yeah.
I thought it was 9 the last time.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. But yeah, no, I know I've been denied 13 times. The social media guy at Outkick is fucking worthless. I don't know. The big boss said he was gonna kind of help me and nudge the social media guy to find out what's up. But dude, Twitter sucks. Honestly, I go on it sometimes for my work to tweet out like one of my articles. And as I'm sure you guys can understand, the Outkick Twitter algorithm, not wonderful. Not a lot of content I'm excited about, to be honest. And not that they're following bad people, but I'm just, whenever you sign in, it's automatically the For You, and like the people they're loosely connected to, not wonderful, not the greatest of commentary.
I feel like everybody's For You is the same stuff. It's just a matter of how you feel about it. Like
I can't believe that. I can't believe that.
I've looked at my For You, and it's all just like, oh, you fucking kidding me? Really? This is for me? What are you, fucking nuts?
Maybe it's my fault.
So it is based on who you follow and who you interact with.
Oh, well, that
might be my fault then.
If you look at my For You, then it could not make that statement seem more false.
So if you look at my For You, it's a lot of hip hop, and then a lot of things I've reacted negatively to.
Oh yeah. Well, my For You right now is showing me an 81-year-old Martha Stewart in a bikini. So
who looks really fucking good, by the way.
Yeah, if you guys don't mind, I'm gonna turn my video off for a couple minutes.
I mean, I did come across my radar today, and she's getting it.
Yeah, she's cute.
So
Rudy Giuliani, like, force fucking people.
Philadelphia Eagles, hip hop, politics.
I get a lot of crazy videos, like of crime shit, like a lot of like street fights, which kind of can be cool sometimes, but sometimes it's a little much.
Yeah, sometimes those street fight videos go fucking hard.
Yeah, like I feel bad for the people. Yeah. At this point in my life, I hate seeing high school fights or kid fights. Like I hate it. I don't even think it should be on the internet. Like they banned me from Twitter. Like you should. That's what pisses me off most is some of the shit that I've seen on Twitter over the years is fucking absurd. Like I watched a guy murder a couple over a snow removal dispute. I can never like unsee that. It's kind of like burned in my brain forever. I shouldn't even watched it, to be honest. I saw the caption and just didn't believe what was going to happen. And it did. And it was like, what the fuck? But like, I just hate like school kids getting fights, and like you have these stupid accounts like Fight Haven or I don't know, random accounts that I'll post. And it's like, like there's an adult on the other end of that. Like you fucking loser, you're gonna post fucking high school kids fighting, you bitch. Like
yeah, I even remember I was already out of high school for like a year or two, and my younger stepbrother was like, "Hey, there's gonna be a fight in the woods. You want to go watch it?" And I was like, I guess." And it was like all these fucking kids like gathered in the woods. It was a massive, massive crowd for these two kids to fight. And one of them I actually worked at McDonald's with, oddly enough. And I was like, wait a second, I know that kid. And the fight starts.
Back.
Well, the fight was over in the blink of an eye. The kid who didn't work at McDonald's threw one punch. The kid leaned back to try and avoid it. So the kid basically gave his nose a right hook, and his nose just went pa-whamp, completely fucking sideways, bone poked out through the skin, a single punch. And I was just like, I was like, probably like you opening that video. I was like, I didn't want that. I didn't want to see this. I don't like people getting like seriously hurt in real life. Like if somebody slips and falls down the stairs and they get up and they're like, all right, I'm okay. Someone slips on a banana peel. Fucking hysterical. Somebody's like bone shoots out of their sideways nose. My asshole immediately hurts, and then I get sad. I hate it.
I'm with you.
That's why
I'm
like
with you.
I never buy that shit. People always trying to like blame video games and movies for violence. I can play the most violent video games for hours on end. I can watch all John Wick movies in a single sitting. But you show me someone getting like hurt in real life, someone dying in real life, I am fucking traumatized for a week. I hate that shit. Can't do it.
Terrible.
Yeah. Well,
On the For You, I'm seeing right now, just in Elon Musk subpoenaed in JP Morgan Epstein case.
whoa. I'm surprised.
Yes.
I'm surprised he hasn't blocked all of that from
For sure.
even being
he's
available.
getting to the point where you cannot control the information being disseminated.
Yeah. Well, hey, let's do everybody's favorite portion of the show. I watched
Voicemails?
a movie. And this is a movie where I would be very surprised if you haven't watched it yet, Jeff. Although at the same time, I guess I wouldn't be all that surprised. But
I think I saw a movie that I probably should have saw before you. I think you've seen this, so I'm interested on what you got for me because I got something that.
does it have to do with the shirt that you're wearing? Other side.
No.
Other side.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I'm not going to lie, Jeff. I was sitting here. I'm like, what fucking movie about the Yankees did Kevin watch?
Yeah, I was like, you watched 61? What the hell? That movie rules, but I did not expect that to be your cup of tea.
No, I watched Air because it just hit Prime.
I thought you
this
saw
weekend.
it already.
No. I wanted to, but it came out
Where
in a
did it
stretch.
hit?
Prime. It's on Prime for free right now because I think it's an Amazon Studios movie.
It is. My buddy, who's like the director of sport, like marketing for Amazon Sports, when he was out here in LA visiting, he got like a private screening, or Amazon Studios showed him it, and like they're on their lot or whatever. So yeah, it is. I mean, it is an Amazon Studios movie.
It was pretty big. I feel like a lot of Amazon Studio movies either just go straight to Prime, or if they do get a theatrical release, they're sort of lower tier, less theaters nationwide. But even though I didn't go see it in the theater, I got the impression that Air was like a huge release and got really good reviews.
Thought it
and
was.
watched it over the weekend, and I thought it was fucking great.
Yeah, I thought it kicked ass as well. I saw it this weekend too.
And I didn't know anything about that. Like, I didn't even know that Michael Jordan's dad got murdered. So, like,
What?
everything of that story was a surprise to me.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, when did it happen?
That in 94.
Oh, yeah. Fucking 12-year-old me was not
I
paying
mean-
attention to anything on the news.
I remember Princess Di dying.
Okay, yeah. I remember that. I remember the OJ case, but
Yeah.
yeah, I don't remember hearing about Michael Jordan's dad.
Or actually, I think it was 93. But yeah, one of those years, 93, 94. But it's like, man, that's surprising because it was definitely the biggest story in the world for a week.
Yeah.
Like, for sure.
I believe it. That's a pretty fucking heavy thing. The dad to the biggest athlete in the world getting fucking murdered. And I had to hear this from Carl. That's how out of the loop on sports I am. She was like, yeah, he pulled over to take a nap or something, and a bunch of teens just fucking shot him so they could carjack him. And they didn't even know who he was. That's heavy.
I've heard there's been conspiracy theories that
Oh, what a shock.
it was Jordan's gambling that got his father murdered.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I did hear about his gambling problem.
Yeah, because as he would put it, like, it's not really a problem if I could always pay it.
That I was just gonna say, if you've got the money, is it really a like if it's not causing you to be destitute, is it really a problem?
Yeah, and they
I
go
think
over
there's like a fame.
They go over the stats at the end of the movie, and they're like, yeah, he makes $400 million in passive income every year just off of Air Jordan shit. And it's just like, yeah, I would be gambling a lot too. At that point, fuck it. Who cares?
You can't lose that money gambling.
No.
unless you consider like stock market gambling, which it can be for sure, but like,
Or if you spend every waking second of your life in the high stakes casino.
Sure, yeah,
like a bond
but
villain or some shit.
But you couldn't get. I guess he could get 400 million since he's already got the licensing fee, right? Or the money's just coming to him. But no, it was a hell of a movie. I initially thought it was going to suck. That's why I wasn't excited to see it. My brother and his girlfriend went and saw it, and Bill was just like, "It is a Jeff Clark movie. Like, you're gonna fucking love it." So it didn't get me to the theater because he was also like, "It's gonna stream in like 2 weeks or a week." So I was like, "All right, fuck it, I'll just wait." But no, it kicked ass. I like Matt Damon. I like Ben Affleck overall.
Yeah,
like they're not people that obviously are going to get me out to go see a movie. Like I don't have them on the Leonardo DiCaprio level, but they're fucking awesome, and I do trust them to make good movies if people that I trust is telling me that the movie they made is good, right? Like it's not outlandish to me.
Yeah.
So I thought it was really good. I like how focused it was. Like it wasn't too long. They didn't try to get someone to be Michael Jordan. So maybe spoiler alert there, but like,
yeah, I thought that was
a weird thing.
That was an interesting way to go about it because very early on you could tell that they were specifically blocking it so you never saw the actor playing Michael Jordan's face. It was almost like in that Austin Powers bit where he's naked and like as he walks there's always something just conveniently covering his dick.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had that same thing but with Michael Jordan's face. He was like Dr. Claw and Inspector Gadget.
That was when I first heard the movie was coming out. That was like my first concern was like, well, who the fuck are they going to get to play Michael Jordan?
Yeah,
are you going to do like a private parts thing? Is Mike going to be playing Mike?
Yeah, because he basically you just see a majority of it is his mom wheeling and dealing for him, and I do like
Dolores.
The actor that played his dad was really good too. I like that guy. But I like how they had a whole 80s vibe to it. You know, they picked really good songs. The way that they, set up the bullpen with all those, 1984 era computers and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Cool vibe. They really captured it well. And like you said, you were like, yeah, it was a tight, quick movie. I think it had like, I don't know, an hour and 45, an hour 50 runtime. But it went by in the fucking blink of an eye. It moved really quick.
Yeah. The guy who played Jordan's agent was awesome. David Falk.
Yeah.
Who is that actor?
I don't know. Carl was saying she used to watch something. Oh, I think he was in like the Mindy Project or something. I thought he kind of looked like a young Jeffrey Epstein. I was like, ooh, this guy's got a little bit of a problematic face here.
I thought at first I was like, is that Justin Theroux or whatever that guy's name is? Hammer Dick Thoreau. Is that his name, right? That's the same guy who's from The Leftovers, I think, right?
I guess. I never watched The Leftovers.
American Psycho.
Yeah, he's in American Psycho. Yeah.
Do we all just know this guy for his hammer dick?
Probably. But yeah, I'll suck 4 Air Jordan dicks. It was a good flick.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I'm just going to go an easy 4 as well.
Yeah, I mean, for a subject matter that holds zero interest to me, like I don't care about sports, definitely don't give a shit about sneakers, but...
so you don't want to go out and get a pair of Jordans now?
No. Nope. But I could only imagine like the part in the movie when they unveil the shoe design to Michael and his parents. I imagine people like Geoff got like massive boners over it.
Yeah, the Jordan 1s for sure.
How much do you think those go for?
An original pair?
Yeah. Like mint condition, first ever off the assembly line Jordans.
Let's see.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, they always release new Jordan 1s. I think they're pretty regular.
Yeah. I remember
like the original. I'm not even sure.
Early on
on StockX right now, there is a men's size 6 Jordan 1 from 1985 in the the red and black, $51,756, and that pair of size 6 sneakers can be yours.
That seems low. Am I fucked up, or does that seem like it should be more expensive? Maybe
a
it's 'cause-
size 6. That's practically a fucking kid's shoe.
I know. I was gonna say, is it just because they fit like a fucking Barbie? Is that why they're so cheap? I imagine nobody's gonna actually put these fuckers on. They're like,
is there any dwarves just with 50K lying around? Spare 50K.
Actually, my size Jordan 1s, they're only 28 grand.
What's that? Size 7.5?
Size 9, dickhead.
Oh, nice.
A men's 14, low? Men's 11 is 80 grand. Men's 14 is 95 grand.
Oh, so kind of reasonable.
Yeah, I would have guessed $500,000. That would have been my starting guess. Help.
I mean, they are the most famous shoe ever, probably.
I mean, I remember one of your earliest MSPH stories, Geoff, was someone breaking into your car and stealing your Jordans. You were fucking pissed.
Yeah, for sure.
So is it like...
I love Jordans. I got into a habit about buying Jordans a couple years ago.
Is it like Madden for you? Every time the new Madden comes out, you get it? Every time the new Air Jordans come out, you get it?
No. I think the design fell off a little bit after like 15 or 16.
They just released a pair of Jordan 1 mids that keep showing up as an ad for me to buy that I've resisted.
Oh.
I think they're on 37 now. Or wait, no. I can do the math. It'd be 39, right? The first one came out 84. So I think it'd be 39. Or 38, one of those two. But the style, like the best Jordans are when he fucking played from 1 to 15, I think. Then he took a couple years off and came back for 19 or 20. And the 19 or 20s kind of sucked. But everything from like 15 in are like fucking iconic shoes. Like,
do the current Air Jordans look like all those stupid modern shoes where it looks like they're made out of fucking marshmallows and you can wear them in space or whatever? Oh, Shuddy Boy's got to look.
Those are the ones that I keep looking at. Those teal and whites.
Teal.
Yeah, like that first logo, that was for the first and the second, right? And then the third one, they switched to the Jumpman silhouette.
The 2s are weird. I'm not a big fan of the 2s.
I like the 2s. I sprained the fuck out of my ankle in 2s, though.
The 2s were designed by some Italian designer. That's why they look so fucking...
Oh, they took it out of Pete's hands. That guy was cool too. The sneaker designer.
Yeah, I like that character.
Yeah, that was cool. The Sonny Vaccaro story, him and his whole family are very, very interesting. So his brother, Jimmy Vaccaro, is still one of the biggest sports bookmakers in the world. I think he runs the South Point in Las Vegas. So that's like why he was really good at gambling. His brother is like a fucking legend in gambling. Like, so like, it's kind of crazy that Sonny Vaccaro is like one of the most famous, like not famous, but one of the most successful, like apparel people ever. And his brother is fucking one of the best sports gambling guys ever. But yeah, they're like an interesting little crew. It's weird that they didn't like talk about it at all, but I guess it would have been just a random detour in the story that was probably unnecessary.
Yeah, I mean, it was very concise and focused, the whole story of Air. Like, they didn't even there was no love interest in the movie, which is almost like, a rule
unheard of.
Yeah, you can't break that rule. Like, you have a movie and there's no love interest. Unless you just think that they made Michael Jordan the love interest. The sexy babe that everybody's trying to woo.
Yeah, I guess. Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, but I liked it. That was good shit. Yeah, I mean, nothing really all that interesting came out in theaters this weekend because nobody wants to step on the gigantic dragging dick of Guardians of the Galaxy 3, who, you know, Guardians of the Galaxy 3 walks out of the room and 3 weeks later the tip of its penis finally exits. So that's a big fat juggernaut. Nobody wants to fuck with that. So I basically just spent the weekend watching Succession and snuck in some Air. The new Zelda game came out and barely
How
even
much
got
of your life since? Oh, really?
Yeah, because it came out on Friday. I had meetings on Friday and then concert, another metal show.
We got to talk about that.
We don't have to. Nothing interesting happened.
Did
But
Carl go?
no Carl. So left the concert, went to Carl's. It was super late because I had to drive to Orange County to see the show, and then woke up the next day and, you know, Succession, sneaking a little bit of Air. And I played the new Zelda for like a tiny little bit, but it's like crushing it. So I pre-ordered it from GameStop back when I still had a job, and they were like, "Hey, do you want to put down the minimum or do you want to pay it off?" I'm like, "Yeah, let's pay it off. Let's get that out of the way." So in the time that I paid it off on the pre-order, Nintendo raised the price by $10. I think it's the first time there's ever been a base Nintendo Switch game where they're like, "Oh yeah, this is going to be $70 to get you out the door," just because the game is that fucking massive. So I had to pay an extra $10. And I guess when you pre-ordered it through GameStop, the pre-order bonus is a piece of wood with Zelda shit on it. So like they had a tiny little flyer on the wall. So I showed up the day of the release and line out the door. And as I'm getting closer and closer where I can start hearing the clerks, they keep telling people like, "Oh, yeah, we had a big midnight release last night and it's all gone. So I'm like, wow, I wonder if this is people coming in that didn't pre-order the game and just want to try and buy it on release day. But then some guy walks up, one of the guys that was like right in front of me, he's like, "Yeah, I want to buy Zelda." And I'm like, "Okay, did you pre-order it?" "No." They're like, "Okay, yeah, that'll be $70." I was like, "Oh shit, they got the fucking game. This goober just got one." It's like, and then it was like, "Oh no, everybody wants the piece of wood. Everybody wants the Zelda wood." And they had 300 people show up to the midnight release. That's just the GameStop in Burbank. 300 people at a midnight release. And then when I showed up Friday morning to pick it up, line out the fucking GameStop and around the block. So it's, you know, making a nice fucking mint for Nintendo. And the little bit I played of it is pretty boner inducing. I don't know how much you guys know about the world of Zelda, but like once it came out,
nothing, bro. I know nothing about Zelda. The only like reason it's on my radar is because Autumn from MasterChef posted about it a bunch of times in between her sick Nugado pictures.
Well, yeah, she's got
so that's all I got.
A Zelda tattoo on her arm.
Yeah. A fat rack.
I mean, I got a Zelda tattoo on my foot. And like when the Zelda game came out on N64, when it went 3D and like you can explore the big open area and stuff, that was like, you know, obviously a game changer. I feel like N64, you know, the first Mario, the first 3D Mario 64, all that shit was game changers.
Yeah, and Ocarina of Time or whatever it's called.
Yeah, the Katrina of Time. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that point going forward, you know, they changed the graphic styling of it, but it was the same format from, you know, the 90s with Ocarina of Time, and then the last one that came out, I guess on the Wii. I guess it must have been Skyward Sword. But the last one was the same thing as this. It's like a huge open world. Your weapons, if you just pick shit up off the ground, and if you use it too much, it breaks. And you have to like manage resources and cook stuff. And while it's fun, I'm bummed, man. I'm as a guy with a Zelda tattoo, I don't know if this is like heresy for modern gamers to say, but I miss the way the Zelda games were before this. And now that they
like side scrolling.
No, it's like a big open world, but like it's not linear. So there were people when the last Zelda game came out, these like fucking speedrunners, from the second the game starts, they went off straight to the final bad guy and beat it. So there are people that do speedruns of Breath of the Wild, and you don't even have to like play through the game, which is kind of a bummer. And I will say, it's boner-inducing. This game is fucking great. It just doesn't feel all that Zelda-y to me. And I really hope this is just them getting it out of their system and they go back to the old format. But with how much money they've made off that last game and this one, I'm not holding out hope. I think they're fucking locked into this format forever going forward. But
yeah, I'm with you.
I know neither of you guys play Zelda or anything even remotely close to it, so we'll fuck off on that topic. Fuck off. I say that constantly now because of Succession.
Fuck off.
Yeah. It should be the Roy family crest. Fuck off.
Yeah, that show fucking rules. Every week I want to wake up and go to the gym. And then every week I wake up at like 5 a.m. and perfect time to go to the gym, and I just pussy out.
Why? What stops you?
I don't know. Just the idea of like getting ahead of work and then going in the afternoon, and then, maybe 3 times a week I actually pull that off, and I end up just not chilling. I'm going to work out a little bit more in the summer when basketball is done and I have like less of an excuse to sit here and do nothing. But geez, my ass just keeps getting fatter.
Well, please continue to give us updates on the size of your ass.
All right.
I'll
send you pictures.
We need a weekly segment on MSPH. Geoff's ass watch. It's
expanding, guys.
Has it gotten to the point where it's difficult to wipe?
No.
You can still easily get all the doo-doo remnants out of your butt crack?
Yeah. I've really never been that fat. And I've been fucking fat. I don't even know how fat you have to. I mean, there's definitely a number where you can't reach your asshole anymore, but it's not. I mean, the fattest I ever got, I think, was 280. And I think if I put on like 30 more pounds, I could still reach my ass. So 300, you could still reach your ass.
Okay.
Unless you have like abnormally short arms. I think I have longer than normal arms because I just grew up playing basketball.
Well, that's good. So you still got more time where you're able to wipe your own ass.
You remember? Yeah. You remember Black Joe from the Glory Hole back in the days?
Oh yeah, Black Jojo Black.
Yeah, he used to say I have black guy arms. He had me measure it when we were talking about basketball once, like his arm compared to my arm compared to the other black guys we worked with his arm, and he says I have black arms. I didn't think my wingspan was that big. I've never even had it measured, but he seemed to think it is.
I mean, anybody who listened to, the Stern Show stuff in the Sirius era has probably heard the story about Bubba the Love Sponge needing, after every time he took a shit, his wife used to have to come in with actual bath towels to wipe his ass with.
I don't remember this.
Yeah, he was apparently so big at one point, he couldn't wipe his ass. And I figured, like, if you got to the point where you're wiping your ass with a bath towel, you sort of like, Michelangelo nunchuck it over the back and just kind of do like
anal floss it.
Yeah, you just do like a flossing motion.
For sure.
But if you get to the point where that's not even an option, where your poor wife has to come into the bathroom and wipe all the doo-doo nuggets out of your lengthy ass crack. That's horrible.
I thought didn't Bubba the Love Sponge have like a hot wife?
Yeah.
Or no?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know his love life prior to 2006 when he was on Sirius, but I remember him getting married to a pretty younger woman with big Nugatos, and all the Stern Show people flew down to Florida to go to the wedding and stuff. And I mean,
That's the dream.
I also think she was the one who was involved in that Hulk Hogan sex tape, so I'm pretty sure they're split.
Too bad.
Yeah.
Love just has no chance anymore, huh?
I mean, sounds like a keeper when someone's willing to do that. Although, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think she was the one that did the towel wiping of the ass. That might have been his previous one. But, I mean, at that point, like, if I got so big where I needed Carl to wipe my ass, I think
I wouldn't stick around to wipe your ass.
Fuck no. No, she wouldn't. But if she were angelic enough to stick around to the point where my Grand Canyon of an ass crack needed a towel, bath towel in it, wouldn't you, like, at least put, I don't know, maybe roll the towel up, make it kind of look like a doobie, and then lay it on the ground and, like, scoot across it like a dog with an itchy ass? Isn't that better than having, like, your hot wife come do it?
Well, maybe there's something to, like, not the power, but of, like, the privilege of this hot girl wiping your ass.
So you think he took, like, the Cartman element? He's just, like, getting his ass wiped, like, yeah, that's right, you wipe my ass.
Yeah, oh, for sure. I think he kind of got off on it.
Interesting theory. Well,
I mean, that really cushions the blow of being so fat you can't wipe your own ass, is having a girl do it for you.
I don't know. I got to say, if I was in that position, I would not feel like a baller. I'd be like, this is awful. This sucks.
No, maybe not. But if that person leaves, then that's suicide watch. Because you're really going from a high to a low. Like, great, now I got to wipe my own ass. And then you start thinking about it. It's like, wait, I can't wipe my own ass? I mean, if you have a handgun on
and then
present, you can just let it, fuck it. I made it this far.
I'd be willing to bet she was also the one that did the towel laundry, too. Which could not have been a pretty sight.
Well, that's just selfish. If someone's willing to wipe your ass with a towel, at least do your own fucking laundry or do the laundry.
Yeah. All right. Well, before we bounce, why don't we do a few
voicemails? Yay!
Is it building?
It's building, but I'm going to take a new approach just to make sure, we don't hit any road bumps, anything that fucking slows us down. Going to start vetting these now.
Oh,
it'll help
you've
us.
Literally never done that. I don't know how I feel about that.
It'll help us catch up quicker.
You?
I think I did it in the beginning, and then it got to a point where, because I used to record them and then turn them into buttons on the iPad, so I could like play them like that. But then I don't remember what happened, but I don't know. Who knows? Maybe this will make things move a little smoother. If the voicemail's not really going anywhere, we don't have to play it. And we can climb.
You've screened these already.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
So we'll see. Who knows? Maybe I even suck at that.
Come on, don't be too hard on yourself.
All right. Here we go. You guys tell me how I do.
What's up, guys? This is Savvy Landlord. I have a special request from Kevin. I need more old man voice. That Kirk Douglas or whatever King of England voice that you do just cracks me up every single time. I need more of it. Thanks. Bye.
Well, those are kind of like two different impressions. There's British guy who, if he was like a real dude in front of you, people would want to punch him in the face. Oh, chap, you got a couple of spare quibs there? Oh, I found myself fresh out of quibs and I want to go get me a pint. That guy sucks.
Quibs.
Yeah. Pfft, these fucking guys, their currency is quibs. Give me a fucking break. But Kirk Douglas' voice, he's actually made his way into a few Patreon show intros. I just rebranded him as the Dalai Lama. After the Dalai Lama told a child to like suck his tongue, or I want to suck your tongue, or some weird shit like that.
Suck my tongue is what he said.
Misunderstanding.
Which I did find a follow-up. I wasn't going to cover it in Shuddy Boys News on the Patreon since it's such an old story, but a Tibetan official used the argument that the Dalai Lama is essentially too holy to get horny.
That's what you think, mister.
It's literally probably the same argument the Catholic Church made.
Yeah.
No, it's impossible for him to get a hard on. He vowed not to.
No, the Dalai Lama wants to clear things up. He's prepared a statement. Everything that I said has been taken completely out of context. What I meant to tell that child was, suck my dick. Ah! All right. Water under the bridge.
Yeah, now that we just addressed that.
Yeah, thank God he cleared that up, because he was coming off like a real creep.
Yeah. Say what you mean to say, bro. Say what you mean to say.
All right, let's see what this human wants. Oh, wait.
Mount
It's Joel Bong.
voicemail. I'm coming to the top, baby. Woo!
I think it's Joel
So
Bong.
I'm listening to the show, and Canada Ken just called in, and literally I paused it right after the question was asked. I'm modifying Canada Ken's question as to whether Geoff would suck a dick. So the original question was, would you rather eat one of Shuddy's boogers or suck dick? So my new question is, whatever size dick it is, that's how many boogers of Shuddy's you have to eat that equivalent that size dick, or would you rather suck that dick? Now, that being said, you can choose a small dick and eat a small amount of boogers, or, dealer's choice. But, Mount voicemail, I'm going to make it to the fucking top, baby. Woo! Oh.
Wait.
Yeah, we have to fix the logic of that. Because it started off good.
It doesn't make sense.
But it went into the weeds.
So, Geoff, you can either suck a 7-inch penis or eat 7 of my boogers. Or you can suck a 1-inch penis or 1 booger.
I'll eat 1 booger.
Yeah. I feel like you can't let Geoff choose the penis size because that lessens both ends of the punishment. But if you're like, Geoff, you are sucking a 5-inch penis, so you have to suck whatever a 5-inch hard boner weighs. You have to eat that amount of boogers.
Yeah, like a booger banana. Oh,
Yeah, dude. That's rough. That's a lot of chewing.
Shuddy, how good is it just addiction or is there any pleasure in it? I don't know. Maybe I just eat the booger banana.
Really?
I feel like this isn't fair having to do a second dick, second booger, second dick challenge or whatever scenario. I mean
that's a real Jeffy's choice. If you have a 5-inch dick that you have to fillet, or a plate containing equal weight of boogers. Like I'm taking
like sriracha.
I'm taking a blast to the mouth. I don't even have to think twice about that. I will blow a man. That many boogers, and it's Shuddy's boogers, fucking gross, dude.
I'm almost gagging thinking about it.
Yeah, my mouth is sweating.
Did you know it's like gonna stick in your teeth and stuff?
Ugh!
And it's just gonna be
it's like eating a Butterfinger.
Yeah. I'm gonna like that for like a couple hours, like just chewing on it.
Oh, and it's all fucking
like-
salty and shit. Oh,
But man, I don't want to be a dick sucker.
oh, it's not that bad. Penises are sucked all the time.
Well, man,
It's not
I
that
guess
bad.
now that you put it that way.
It's like if Little Mama had a longer tail and all the hair fell out of it.
Well, let's leave
You're sort
little
of
mom
like,
out of this. Come on, leave little mom out of this. She doesn't deserve that. She already got her paw in my ass. All right, we don't need her to be part of this as well.
Little Mama, I would never suck your tail, Dick. You're my friend.
Yeah, I would never blow little mama's tail.
I think this next one is Big Country with a Shuddy on Shuddy.
Mad Scientist Party Hour, Big Country here. Listening to a little Patreon, episode 259. I know we don't usually talk about behind the paywall in voicemails, but I just want a Shuddy boy. You guys are talking about eating chickens and roosters, and Shuddy laughed at Geoff, female rooster, which I laughed as well. But then Shuddy said, "Do you mean chicken?" Wrong, Shuddy. A female chicken is called a hen, and a male chicken is called a rooster. They both are the bird chicken. All right? Just wanted to
Is that
correct
true?
you there. All right,
I mean,
guys, have a good day.
it is, but that's not worth calling in about. Big
Yes,
Country
it
needs
is.
to find something better to do with his time. Like
sound
send
like
us
Canada
more
Ken right
Ghostface
now.
Killer coffee recommendations.
Yeah, I mean, come on. If you're going to call into voicemails and correct me, that's one that we can weed out. We don't have to play those.
Yeah, great. Now you pissed off Shuddy, Kevin. Hope you're happy.
That,
Fucking
actually,
screening process sucks dick so far.
no, I meant to skip that one, Shuddy. I accidentally played it. I had a note to skip it, but I misread it.
Hopefully Canada Ken calls in and just puts Big Country in his place on Shuddy's behalf.
All right, let's do one more.
Mad Scientist Party Hour. It's your friend and loyal Kuminati member, Brian from Houston. I have to say, I received my Wu-Tang Clan shirt in the mail. The colorway I chose was navy and yellow. And let me tell you something, that motherfucker is popping. I love it. I love wearing it. I'm looking forward to ordering more merch. Hopefully, we continue to get it from that same vendor. He's really fucking badass. And shout out to anyway,
Just clicking the tag. Oh, my friend. Fair enough.
the reason I'm calling is because I have a question for Shuddy Boy. Hey man, can we get a power ranking on all of the different Mountain Dew flavors? Just curious. You know, I don't really drink a lot of soda, but, you know, I have noticed that now there's like fucking a whole bunch of different kinds of Mountain Dew. So before I venture into trying any of these, I'd like to know what I'm getting into. Anyhow, love you guys. Thank you so much. Week in and week out. Just continuing to fucking pummel planet Earth with fucking incredible content. The fucking Patreon has never been better. Anyway, see you soon.
Oh, yeah. Thanks, Brian from Houston. Shuddy, we all know that your favorite is Baja Blast, right?
Absolutely, without a doubt. Baja Blast is top tier.
You like it so much you're wearing the Baja Blast color as a hat.
Well, I mean, that was intent. That was just coincidental. Yes.
Yeah. Well, maybe you were also screening the voicemails.
What's the most repulsive Mountain Dew flavor to you?
I think my least favorite was the gingerbread, the Christmas time flavor.
Yeah, that sounds kind
That's
of gross.
pretty rough. If I had to pick off the top of my head, that's what I would go with, the gingerbread. The Flamin' Hot was also not very good.
No.
Yeah, that doesn't
like
sound like it
Baja
would
Blast. When I was growing up, I didn't like Mountain Dew, but I liked Livewire and Code Red, which is kind of weird.
Code Red is also top tier for me. It's cherry flavored Mountain Dew. How can you go wrong?
Do they still have it?
Yes.
I see something here because I was kind of curious as to when Mountain Dew Code Red came out. And something here is saying
I would
that...
guess... Wait, can I have a guess first?
Yeah.
I'm going to say 2001.
I think you nailed it. Yeah.
Nice.
2001. It looks like it's been rebranded. It was officially discontinued in January of 2022 and replaced by Code Red Zero Sugar.
No.
No?
That is not true at all.
It's from mountaindew.fandom.com.
No. Are you looking at maybe Diet Mountain Dew Code Red?
No, it says people also ask, did Mountain Dew discontinue Code Red? And the answer just says it was officially discontinued in January 2022 and replaced by Code Red Zero Sugar.
Well, I have recently purchased Code Red, so it's not discontinued.
Oh, all right. You need to slap these fucking fools at the mountaindew.fandom.com. Are you guys fucking kidding me? What is this shit show?
Have their fucking whole website shuttered.
Yeah.
Fucking Mountain Dew hacks. Fuck those bitches.
For real. Well, hey everybody. Thank you all for listening. We truly appreciate it. And if you need more MSPH in your life, please check out our Patreon, patreon.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. We've got 2 tiers set up. The $5 tier has every one of our bonus Patreon podcasts that we've done since the beginning, and every episode of Crafter Geoff Shuddy Edition, of which Season 3 will be starting shortly. And then the $10 tier has all of our individual offerings. It's got video of the bonus podcast we do every week up there. And, you know, Queef or No Queef, Dragon Ball Queef, where Geoff has to watch anime, a different anime series every couple weeks and do a book report on it. What the fuck did I just watch with Shuddy and Dom? I'm going to be putting up a Kevin's Nerd Hole this week of the new Zelda game, Tears of the Kingdom. So yeah, if any of that stuff interests you, please support your homies. Patreon.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. You can also follow us on Instagram. I'm at Kevin Kraft.
At Shuddy Boy.
At Geoff Records.
And at MSPH Podcast on both Twitter and Instagram. Check out Geoff's sports betting podcast, Outkick Bets with Geoff Clark.
Thanks. Check it out. Yeah, PGA Championship this week.
And
follow
Shuddy,
Geoff on Twitter.
Yeah, follow Geoff on Twitter. He is at Elon Musk.
Dude, I was thinking about creating another Twitter, but I got nothing to share at the moment, so maybe next week.
And Shuddy, where can people get the aforementioned Poo-Tang Clan merch and other MSPH gear?
I'm allgone.com/collections/MSPH. I thought we were telling people not to go there, though.
Meh, we'll cover both angles, the reverse psychology and the direct angle. The direct approach.
Got it.
And if you want to
listen to one of them.
If you want to see the video element of this show, youtube.com/Mad Scientist Party Hour. Check that out as well. And hey, friends, thanks once again for listening. But until next time, something.